What's up, ladies and gents? Centerstrain01 here. I want to do a quick update on just a few things of kind of what's been going on. First of all, hopefully you all are enjoying the holiday seasons, no matter, kind of what religion you are, Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, Christmas, whatever you celebrate. I just want you to know that hopefully you are safe, you are enjoying life, and hopefully you get to be happy over the holiday season. So this video is just kind of explaining kind of what's going on, in my life right now, and kind of what my plans are for 2017 a little bit. I'll try not to make it too long, but I do want to kind of go over some stuff. So now that I'm officially out of the army right now. Well, no, I'm actually not. It's so weird to explain. I'm out of the regular army, but now I'm back in the guard. I haven't signed in yet. Obviously, as you can see, I still got my scruffiness. In about a week, I'm going to be signing in to my unit, and then I'll finally get to play some music again. I've been just cringing. Like, I've got my drum set here. And I've been playing some rock band and stuff like that, but I need to interact with people and play music. Music is my life, music is my passion, and I can't wait to finally do that. As far as kind of what's been going on at this end of the year, so I'm still currently trying to finish Dishonored 2. That is like one of my main priorities. I've got just maybe one video or two left of the side missions in Watch Dogs 2. I've got a lot of stuff going on right now. I kind of feel like I've just set myself up for failure by doing so much in so little time. Like ever since I've been full time, I've been really trying to put a lot of videos out there, right? Trying to show the difference in when I didn't have time as to when I have time now to do all of this stuff, and it's really overwhelming. There's just so much going on. I've got so many games. But as I've mentioned before, and I want to make sure that I clarify again, at the start of 2017 is going to be a real big time focus on finishing up a lot of games that I have. And I know that those games are not going to get any views whatsoever. I mean, I'm fully aware of that, but I did make a promise to you guys, and I was going to finish those up, and I'm going to. So the beginning of 2017 is going to start where I start going over games that you've seen in the past, a lot of things that you haven't seen in maybe even a year or two, to finish those up, to get those up to date, and to finish those things up, because I don't want to be known as the guy who starts something and finishes it, and unfortunately that's what I am known as now, and it sucks. And the reason it got that way was mainly because of my full-time army job, just not having the time to finish something, because the way that the army takes a lot of your time up, right? And now that I'm finally full-time, I've been able to to do more stuff, right? But I'm still learning how to work with doing just YouTube. It's so different. It's so unique, and it's something I never thought that I'd actually be able to say, for one. But it's also something that I never thought I would be able to fully commit to, which is what I'm trying to do. And I might actually even get a part-time job somewhere besides the part-time job in the army that I have, just because I want to stay busy. I want to go out into the world and do stuff. I don't want to be stuck in this room all the time, which honestly, like, I've only had maybe 1 or 2 days off where I haven't recorded any video in the past 2 months since I've been here. I usually, let me kind of explain my day to you. So I will wake up. I'll try to get up around 10 or 11, depending on when I went to bed last night or the night before. And then I'll come in here. I'll grab my monster. It's like a morning ritual. Get a little breakfast. Come right in here and start recording. And I am literally recording until about 12 at the midnight the next day. So I'm literally all day long, right? I'll take a break here and there, and I'll do go downstairs and conversate and try to socialize with the wife and stuff. But she knows, she's so supportive of me, and that's what's great, is always to have that that backbone, and she is my backbone. She's this channel's backbone. She motivates me. She allows me to do what I need to do in order to finish things up. She understands that's our income. That's like how we make a living. That's how our family is going to be supported. So she completely understands that when I'm up here and doing this, she's got her projects that she's doing downstairs, which we'll do a tour of the house here pretty soon. And she's got it all set up for Christmas, and it's so amazing. She's wonderful. But so she allows me to be up here and do this kind of stuff that I do for long periods of time. And for those of you that don't know, I have got horrible ADHD, which is, what is it? Adult detention hyper disorder. I don't know. I can't even pronounce it anymore. But I've got ADHD really, really bad. So when I play video games, and this is how it's always been, ever since I was a little kid, I can usually only play a game for maybe about an hour or two, and then my mind just wants to do like something else, right? It doesn't want to play that specific game anymore. Maybe it still wants to play games, but it doesn't want to play that game anymore. And I get bored of it, I get tired of it, and I want to go away, and I don't want to play it for a while. So, you'll see a fluctuation of videos, but then you won't see the videos for that game for a specific amount of time. That's because I'm so, I don't want to play that game anymore. It's just the way my mind is. It's like it wants to do something else. It has to do something else. It can't stay and do something. I see all these channels now, and they sit and they complete a game in one sitting, and they put a 11-hour video up or an 8-hour video up of a game, and I'm just like, why and how in the hell can you do that? Like, that's not me. I can't do that. Like, I can't sit there and play a game for 8 hours and go all the way through. And another reason I can't do that is because my games are more walkthroughs. I prefer to do them in a professional manner as opposed to me just acting stupid and going through and dying every 5 seconds and not having it be an enjoyable experience for you guys. Now, some people would say that is enjoyable experience to die every 5 seconds, because it makes you laugh and entertains you, and that's fine. That's what they do, but that's never been me. And there have been points in this channel recently where I've tried that to be me, where I've tried to be more funny, and I've tried to not care as much about being perfect on a game or something like that. But I don't know. It's not me. Everyone changes a little bit and tries to adapt to the times that they live in. YouTube is different than it was 5-6 years ago. It's a different beast entirely, and I'm just trying to adapt to it. But at the same time, I don't want to stray too far from adapting to what I am known as and who I am. So my main goal and focus for 2017 is to, and I hate to say, bring myself back to the glory days, because if you say the glory days, then you've already acknowledged that they're gone and that there's no going back to them. You don't go back to your glory days. You can only adapt and overcome and try to be who you are today. And hopefully that can somewhat match up in a way to who you were before. But what I mean by this is really, really sitting and focusing. I don't take medicine for my ADD. I don't do any of that stuff. I try to do it by myself, and that's necessarily not a good thing. Medicine is something that can be good, but I've always been someone who, if I'm sick, I don't like to take medicine. I don't like to take pills and things like that. I like to try to I like to beat it with my mind and beat it with my body instead of putting those things into them. I've never been someone who takes pills a lot or something like that. I prefer to be all natural. But I think that's wrong. I'm slowly as I'm getting older. I'm 33 now, which is I can't even believe it. But I'm 33. I'm no longer a young. I'm still young, of course, but I'm no longer that young 20-some-year-old who has that sparkle in his eye and stuff like that. I'm seasoned. I was in the I've been in the military for over 15 years, and that's even hard to believe. Since I was 18, and that's all I've known. I've never really been an adult. I joined the military when I was 17, and I've done the military has been telling me what to do for the past 15, 16 years. So I've never lived on my own. Okay, I've always had the army behind me. I've never had a real job outside of the military, and the military life is so completely different than, say, what everyone else does. Like, say, maybe you have a job. It's so different than what I've done the past 15 years. So it's like I'm 18-year-old. It's like I'm 18 again, right? I'm living, I'm being an adult again for the first time, right? When I left the Army, even though I'm still technically in the Army, but it's part-time now, I didn't have the Army in my corner anymore as much as I did. I didn't have a structure. I had to rebuild a structure. I had to rebuild a schedule to myself, which I still haven't figured out. I've always been, one thing about the military is you get used to this, and it stays in that same order, and it becomes a repetition of something that you've done for so many years. And I no longer have that repetition. And what happens when you do something for such a long time and then you stop? Your world changes. Okay, everything becomes different. Sometimes you get scared. You don't know how to handle life anymore. And I kind of feel that way. Like it's so different for me to not have this structure, and I'm trying to find it. And I've got friends to help me with that. Obviously, my wife and the mods that I have that help me do everything. And of course, thanks to them, I'm able to at least kind of comprehend the stuff that I need to worry about. But it's different, it's I'm trying to move forward, but it's going to take me time, because the Army teaches you a lot of things, okay? But when you join when you're 17 years old and you've never had actually being on your by yourself for real, like no one in your corner, it's so different. And now no one is in my corner. It's just me and my wife, and then we're supporting my family through YouTube. Now is the main support. I still get part-time pay for the military, but now it's nothing. I mean, it's all my part-time military pay that is going directly towards medical, so that my family can be taken care of in emergencies. All of that covers medical insurance, and that's it. So everything that I make, everything that I have, everything that is surrounding me is now specifically focused on YouTube and Patreon. Patreons help out a lot, but it's nowhere near enough for me to be able to survive on my own from Patreon. I think I've always wanted, and I've always said this in the past, that if I was able to ever make enough, like some people do on Patreon, make enough to earn a living on just Patreon, that I would take away all the ads on YouTube, I wouldn't care about making money on YouTube anymore, because I have the world of people that have joined this community to help support in what I do. But I can't, obviously, that's why I always say, hey, become a Patreon, do this, do that, because I would love to lead up to the point where I don't have to worry about YouTube as far as getting paid for it, so I can remember what it was like to do YouTube just for fun and do it for the love of getting new subscribers and talking to you guys and getting to know you. That's always been my number one, the best thing that I've taken from YouTube. But I know a lot of people complain about the ads, and a lot of people complain about this and that. But the ads, that's how I make my money. I mean, I wouldn't be sitting here right now if it wasn't for those silly ads that you have to see every 30 seconds, or not every 30 seconds, but for 30 seconds or whatever. And a lot of people, I think we've, as a country, for me, I grew up, before the internet, right? So I grew up when TV was just so big, right, that you would sit and you'd watch your favorite TV show, and you'd have, 2 minutes of commercials, and you'd be like, oh, I don't want to sit through these 2 minutes of commercials. Oh my God. And not realizing that you're getting to watch this awesome content. And how do they make the content? The companies that do TV shows don't make the content from you. It's not like when you sign up for cable, like on Time Warner, the TV show gets money that you're paying for cable. No, they make money via the ads and the commercials and all that kind of stuff. And now, being in this day and age, when you're a little bit older and more mature, you realize how important that stuff is to the TV shows that you love and that you watch. And for shows like Westworld or something like that are on HBO, they don't have commercial breaks. They make their money because HBO is like a subscription. They make their money from the people that subscribe to HBO and all that kind of stuff. So I understand the way that works. But Patreon is something very important to me, and in 2017, I have high hopes to really make Patreon, to bring it out more, because without them, I mean, I would really be in shambles, that's for sure. First of all, it takes a lot of guts to say it's time for a change, and it's time to get out of the regular military and try to pursue my dream of YouTube. And it's a dream that has only been around for the past 6 years, because YouTube's been around for a while, but making money on YouTube hasn't been around for that long. It's still specifically a new type of job. And I'm still trying to get used to it. I'm still learning from it. I'm still building, this community as much as I can. And I know I'm not. I do really, really, really miss those old days when it was just, I just put it out there, for fun, and it was all so fun. A smile on my face whenever I was doing everything. But now it's become a monopoly where it's like, oh my gosh, this video's only got this many views, which means people aren't caring. So obviously I'm doing something wrong. I need to change somehow, and that's a life lesson, right? I've always been a people pleaser. Like, I've always been the type of guy that wants to please you, and you in the back. I want to please everybody. That's how I've always been. And people tell me all the time that you can't be that way. You have to stick to something. You have to grab a hold of something and keep that, and let that be kind of your thing, right? And obviously for most people on this channel, that thing is stealth, right? But I didn't start as a stealth gaming channel. No, I started out as Rock Band, believe it or not, back in the day. But then I had to create a new channel because of copyright, and now you have Centerstrain01. And then I started just doing games. I did Dante's Inferno was the first game I did on this channel. So I never started as stealth, and then after that, Aliens vs. Predators and Heavy Rain, and then Splinter Cell Conviction. People saw that I played Splinter Cell Conviction in a very stealthy way because I love stealth games. That's my favorite genre. And there's reasons why I love stealth games, because I don't have to be fast. I don't have to think fast. I only see out of one eye. This eye right here, you might notice it's weird because I don't see out of it because I see out of it. So like if I did this right here, obviously I could still see me, and I could still see the camera and things around, but it's blocky. It's not. It's like, think about it this way. It's like this eye. I mean, I've got glasses, so maybe even a lot of people don't know that I wear glasses, but I've always been, you got to understand, I grew up as a curly blonde hair with Coke bottle glasses. So you can imagine me growing up, and I was always short, and I was the skinniest person you could ever think of. Until I was about 25 or 26, I was like maybe 140, 150. And so I started, I've gained weight, I've gotten older, whatever. Yeah, I'm fat, I know. But I'm not that skinny, little geek anymore. But I still wear glasses sometimes, as you can see. I still got glasses, and I still do that. But I just don't like to put them on video because, I don't know, I just feel more comfortable not wearing glasses. But that's a struggle that a lot of kids with glasses who grew up that kind of way do. But I totally see, this is my ADD. I totally forgot what I was talking about. I get so sidetracked. But yeah. So what I'm just trying to say in this whole video is, I want you to know that I'm going to put my best foot forward, and I'm going to do the best I can. I started from somewhere. Stealth is the main focus of this channel, even if it wasn't what I originally selected. But stealth is the main focus of this channel, and it needs to be more often. It's just stealth. There's just so little. It's such a tiny niche, or niche, whatever we can call it, in the market of video games. And I am a gamer. Okay, I am a gamer. I am not an entertainer. I am a gamer, okay? I play video games first. Personality comes second. What I mean by is I'm not here to make videos that have high production values, that are skidded, and that are more personality and entertainment than they are gaming. I'm here to put the games forward. That is what I am, okay? I'm different than those other other guys that make a lot of money on YouTube because they do what you want to see, what everybody wants to see, and that's just to sit back, enjoy, and laugh. And I respect those guys, but that's not me. Okay, that's never the direction I've had for the channel, never, or do I want that to be the direction that I have for the channel. So in moving forward, I am going to focus a lot more on stealth. We are going to go back to some games that I've played in the past. For instance, Metal Gear Solid 3. I'm just using it as an example. I did a walkthrough of that, more of a Let's Play, back when I just got back from Afghanistan. I deployed for a year, came back, and then I played Metal Gear Solid 3 for fun, okay? I loved Metal Gear Solid series. I've always loved it. But I played it on the very easy mode. I wasn't worried about dying a million times. Even though I did it stealthy and I did present it in a good walkthrough kind of way, it wasn't professional in the way that I've become with my stealth walkthroughs, okay? That was like the beginning of realizing that was what people were coming for. That was what people wanted to see. That's what they enjoyed. And then after that, I started going over all of the Splinter Cell games and doing them very professionally, all of the Metal Gear games and doing them very professionally. But I would like to go over Metal Gear Solid 3 again, obviously. Metal Gear Solid 2, I did a hard walkthrough with game over if found, or if alerted. But I didn't do it on extreme, right? Because I only had the difficulty that was available from the start of the game when you haven't played that version of the game, right? You got to beat it once and then doing it. I never had the patience to beat it once first and then go over and do it again. But I plan on going over the Metal Gear Solid series again, but doing them even on the more harder difficulty levels that you haven't seen yet. As far as Splinter Cell series, I plan on doing the Splinter Cell series again, but doing it, but challenging myself even more. Maybe no takeouts. Maybe complete ghost, like little challenges. And I like you guys to throw the little challenges in there because this is the stuff that you guys want to see, and I want to bring that to the forefront so you know that my heart is still in it and that I still love what I'm doing, and I do it for all of you out there and for myself because I enjoy video games in general. But know that I also want to play the new games because I just love playing video games and I love sharing my story, my life with all of you. And so I want to keep that going forward too, but maybe a less of a focus on that and more of a focus on some of the stuff that you've been wanting to see for such a long time. So I have huge plans for 2017. 2016 has been a really weird year. 2016 started out pretty good. We did Alpha Protocol in the beginning, and then it kind of went from there. And then I guess when I got back from E3 in June, a lot of people say that I kind of changed, but and I can understand that. Inside my mind didn't change. It was just a reacting to what the way the world was going, the way YouTube is going. Right now I'm focused on trying to get a Twitch partnership because I see the future. Everyone sees the future in Twitch as opposed to YouTube. I don't want to be stuck behind here doing YouTube and not have this this other option, this availability. So that's why I've been trying to get everybody to go over and follow me on Twitch so I can get that partnership. Getting that partnership means a lot because it means that's obviously another avenue for income, but it's also a way for people to interact with me in a more live fashion than a lot of people are used to. Live streaming, I'm up and then I'm down on live streaming because I'm a walkthrough guy. I like the comfortness of being here, sitting here. All right, I can do this. All right, I messed up that part. Let me go back, figuring out the levels, doing that kind of stuff. And you can't do that in a live stream because it's boring for people to watch you die because you'll purposely go into a section and then you'll see, how can I die? So I know not what to do when I do the walkthrough, right? So people see that as, this guy just sucks. He's just dying all over the place. Or it's boring. I don't want to watch you die a million times so you can learn the level or repeat the same section over and over again. That doesn't make good live streaming. So that's why I've tried to stick live streaming to like the action type of games where I don't worry about dying and I don't care about certain things. So as you can see, my ADD makes me so where I can't stay still. As I'm always messing with my nose. I never mess with my nose, though, whenever I'm not on camera. For some reason, I always have to mess with my nose when I'm on camera. But, yeah, so 2016 kind of went downhill after June. I reached 200,000 subscribers, and after that, I kind of lost what was in here, and tried to think more and try to emulate what other people do. And I've never been a good follower. I don't like to follow people because there's too many followers in this world. I just want to do what I want to do, and I want to move forward. And I really did lose sight of that a little bit. With the stress of knowing that I'm getting out of the military, with the stress of knowing that I'm going to support my family on just this, is a very scary feeling. And I think a lot of other people that do just this, that might be watching this video, know that that's the number one thing on your mind, is taking care of your family. And if this isn't well, then how am I going to do that? You know, how am I going to take care of my family? That's the most important thing for me. And that's what I do worry about that a lot. I do worry about that every single time that I make a video. I worry about, is this going to be received well? I mean, is a lot of people going to watch this? Are they going to like it? You know, I don't get that many likes on this channel. For the amount of views I get, which is even subpar for the amount of subs that I have, I don't get nearly as many likes. And the way YouTube works is likes, comments, watch time, favorites, shares, all that kind of stuff factors in to the money you make, and it factors into you being seen on YouTube search results. If you look at my old videos, Metal Gear Solid videos, Splinter Cell videos, you'll see that I'm in the top of the searches. And that's because a lot of people liked those. I got thousands of likes on those videos. And now, if you look, I barely get 100 likes on a video. And that's not enough. That's not enough with the way YouTube is. If 1,000 people watch my video and only 100 people are liking, you're not going to be able to find that. You're not going to be able to find that specific video unless you're already a fan of the channel or subscribed, or you won't be able to search for it. I'll put it that way. You might be able to find the number one of that specific series, just because number one usually gets a little bit more likes than, you know, number 10 or number 11 or whatever. But my point is, if you really are a fan of this channel and you like the content and you want to see the success of this channel, and I get a lot of people saying, I don't understand why you don't have millions of subscribers. That's because people don't like. That's because people don't comment. People don't do this or that. And it's also, I'm not blaming it all on you guys. No way. It's also because I'm just all over the place, and I need to find myself in YouTube. I need to sit down and become figure out what it is I got to focus on. And I know what I have to focus on, but it's just doing it. Knowing is half the battle, right? And then you got to put it into plan. You know, there's all the 5 steps to problem solving. You have to do it. You have to sit, you have to come up with the plan, you have to implement the plan, and then you have to do the plan. And I know what the plan is, but I have to figure out how to implement it, how to create it. I don't even know how to create it. I know what the plan is, but I don't know how to put the steps together. And so I'm trying to build that, and hopefully my goal is in 2017 is to have that figured out, or to be in that step, in that direction. I think that's like my biggest goal of 2017, is to figure out what it is I'm doing and stick with it and do it, and don't deviate, just do it. If something fails along the way, don't get discouraged. Learn from your mistakes and keep going. Don't slow down. Don't stop. Don't change something because of one thing and then realize I should not have done that, and then be like, well, I've just did the same thing I did the year previously or the year before. It's a struggle, and it's a process. When you put yourself out here in front of millions of people, or in my case, thousands of people, it's very nerve-wracking, okay? It's not something that everybody can do. Everyone says, oh, I could do that, yeah. But it's not something that everybody can do. Everyone is different, and everyone can handle things differently. Some people are really good in front of the camera. Some people are like me and don't want to be in front of the camera, because this gaming channel has never been about in front of a camera. This channel has been about gaming, not about this guy right here, but about showing the love that I have for video games. So I always want to put that foot forward, as opposed to just always me being in camera or showing myself or something. You know, it's more about the channel than it is about me, and it's more about the community than it is about me. Every time that I say about this channel, it's always about us. It's never about, I always say this channel or we, or I always include you guys in this, because I wouldn't be here without you. And I know that, and I know a lot of YouTubers say that to their subscribers, but I mean 100%, 110 freaking percent know that I'm just another person. There's nothing special about me. There's nothing special about me whatsoever that separates me or that puts me higher than any of you out there. It's just that I am showing my love of gaming, and there's no reason why you can't do that as well. So don't think. I never really like the whole aspect of celebrities and all that kind of stuff, that they're higher than other people. No, I'm just a guy who loves playing video games and loves showing people those video games. And that's all it is. That's what I am. Okay. I'm not someone who thinks that I'm better than you in any way possible, or that tries to emulate that, or talks down to you in any way. That's not me. Okay. And I want you to know that. But I also like you knowing me and who I am. I put you into my personal life on Twitter. And I want you to know who I am. I want you to know my family. I want you to be part of my family, because this is a family. We are all Diamond Dogs here. I am not Snake. I'm not Big Boss. No, we're all working together to complete a goal. And that goal is to bring games out to you, to bring games out to the world, to show people how fun they can be and how hard it is to make games, and show people the love of video games that I have, and to give them a respect, and know that if a game has glitches or something like that, that it's not the end of the world. It doesn't mean that a game is bad. And I've always tried to get people to understand and respect that. It's hard to do, because most people feel that in order to get views, they just have to bash a game, or they just have to speak nonsense just so they can get a laugh or something. I've never been about that. Most of the games I play that you see me play, I actually say good things about. That's because I always find the things I love in video games. Now, yes, a game might be boring to me, or it might not keep my attention as much as another game, but it doesn't mean I didn't enjoy that game, or I don't respect the things that have went behind it, or the level of commitment that people have made into those games, taking years of their lives to make this one specific game. You know, we sit here and we play all these games every single year, but one person from one company might release a game every 4 years, so their main focus is that one game for 4 years. But yet we get to sit here and play all of these games and think about all of these other stuff. I just like to bring that into the perspective of things, and know kind of what's inside here, and what I think about when I do stuff. So I've went on for quite some time in this video, and I just want you to know that thank you, first of all, to everybody for watching this. It's kind of like I guess a little rant for me. I don't rant a lot, but I love being a gamer, and I love, doing what I do, and I want to make sure that I can keep continuing to do that, for one most important reason, to support my family and to keep us alive and keep us going. I worry about money so much, and it does affect my relationship, because I worry about money a lot, and I don't want to have to worry about money, but I think that's just a natural thing in life, is to worry about taking care of your family and making sure that you are that you can do that. And I want to make sure that I can do that, which is why I want to have the stuff that I have to be able to present it to you. Anything I ever get from Patreon goes directly to supporting this channel, 100%. The mic that I have here, I need to update my camera. So what I just got from Patreon for this month of December, that's going to go directly to getting a new web camera, something that's going to have higher quality, so you guys can have better quality on the stuff that you see. I do it all just to better myself, to better this channel, and to better and to bring a smile to people out there. So 2017 is hopefully going to be a great year. I'm going to really try to focus on things, finish things up, get things to where they need to be. 2016 was definitely a learning year for me, and I'm going to sit and really think about all the lessons that I've had to learn throughout the year and try to implement them into next year. So guys, thank you so much for watching the video. Hopefully you got something of it. Hopefully, it helps you to understand me a little bit better, so you know where I'm coming from. But thank you guys so much for even, watching the video. And remember, if you want to see more content from me, something you can note is to hit that next to the subscribe button on my main channel, there's like a little bell. Make sure you hit that and make sure that you have that on so that it tells you when videos of mine are coming out and things like that. You know, do whatever you can to make sure that you can see the content that comes out on the channel. And don't forget to leave likes, guys. Likes and comments and stuff like that. I want to converse with you more. I want this channel to be more active than it is. Thank you so much for everybody that's on Discord. I read over your guys' comments all the time. I know I don't get to comment back to a lot of them, but I read over them all the time and just see how you guys are getting to know each other. And we've created this amazing community, and I want to keep it going strong into 2017. So thank you to the Patreons too for helping me to be able to get this new equipment that I have and showing your love, support more than just watching and liking the videos. And just thank you to the mods for putting up with me and all the weird stuff that I do and in my randomness, big time. Thank you just so much for helping me out with all that. And of course, thank you to everyone out there. Without you, I'm not here. I'm not sitting here in this room making this video for you guys. Who knows what I'm doing? And it's not a life I want to think about. I want to think about moving forward with all of you and continue to do what I love for as long as I can. So again, thank you guys so much. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. I know I took a awful long time to explain some things and I get a little off track, but that's just the nature of me. So I guess I'll see you guys next time. Peace out, bitches.